Welcome back, wrestling fans, to the Gresham Rec Center. Our next match, probably the biggest mismatch of the night. Krash 503 taking on a member of the Syndicate, Exile, with his manager, the man with the Messiah complex himself, Derek Drexel. And as you can see from the outset of this match, Exile trying to get into the head of Krash 503. Krash 503, I'll tell you what he lacks in wrestling skill, he makes up for in courage and determination, but I don't like his chances. I really don't, and that's just my honest assessment, wrestling fans. He is taking on a man who has something to prove after getting pinned by Bedlam last week in the #1 Contenders match. He told me before the show that he intended on using Krash 503 to send a message to Skag Rawlings and to Bedlam. But I'll tell you what, say what you will about Derek Drexel, say what you will about the way he goes about doing business, he has assembled one of the strongest rosters of any manager in recent history. Exile getting somewhat of a mixed reaction here. Krash 503, the fans are solidly behind him. And there's a boot to the stomach. Exile pinned last week by Bedlam in the #1 Contender match. Bedlam giving up the title shot as a suplex drives Krash 503 hard into the canvas. Bedlam, as I said before, gave up that title shot. That title match will take place later tonight off television. NRW Commissioner The Grappler has deemed that match too controversial and possibly too violent for television. It will take place later tonight, but off television. That's why you got to be here at the Gresham Rec Center, 215th and Stark, every Friday night, 7 p.m. You don't want to miss a minute of the action, ladies and gentlemen, even after the cameras go off. And unfortunately, I'm afraid that for Krash 503, the lights are about to go out soon. And the cameras are about to go off for him as Exile picks Krash up with no problem and dumps him like a sack of newspapers. As a segment of our fan base here giving Exile an ovation right now, setting him up for the Trinity Powerbomb. There's the first one, pulling up for the second one, and pulling him up for the third, and you can stick a fork in Krash, he's done. Exile can pin him for a 20 count right now. The referee's checking him, and that's it. Victorious, ladies and gentlemen, Exile over the up-and-coming youngster, Krash 503. Give Krash all the credit in the world. Well, Derek Drexel has something to say, apparently. Never at a loss for words. Let's see what he has to say.
And your little trailer park dwelling Rugrats, shut the hell up so I can speak.
The fans here in Gresham not taking too kindly to that, giving Derek Drexel you know what for.
So, we got warmed up, didn't you? There's a little bit of a warm-up. Last week, I put a chair in the ring, and I sat here for 5 minutes. I'll do the same thing tonight, so shut your mouth so I can talk.
Drexel threatening to hold up the show if the fans don't be quiet.
Your favorite wrestler, Skag Rawlings. side, Scab Rollins says him and Bedlam, they have a relationship. And because of that relationship, Bedlam has stepped aside to let Scab Rollins get his final chance at the belt. Scab, you think you're so big, you think you're so bad, get your fat ass out here and take on Exile. If you can beat Exile, then maybe you deserve a shot. But I don't think it's going to happen. Scab, come out here, fat boy. Get out here because you do not deserve a title shot. And I want you to prove yourself once and for all.
A challenge has been thrown out by Derek Drexel to Scag Rollins, who will be in our main event tonight.
Your hero hasn't came out. Scag Rollins, clear the fat out of your ears.
And here comes Scag Rollins, the challenger in tonight's main event. Wait a minute, hold on a second. From behind, Jason Sullivan, the Pacific Coast Heavyweight Champion, Pearl Harbor job on the challenger, Scag Rollins, right out here in front of the announce table. This was a setup. This was a setup, plain and simple. Scag Rollins has been lacerated.
And let's end his miserable career once and for all.
This was a setup. Plain and simple, the Syndicate had no intentions on letting Scag Rollins make it to the main event tonight, working him over in the ring. Sullivan and Exile with the double team. And Scag Rollins is busted open. Here comes Bedlam for the save, but it may be too little too late. The damage might already be done.
You gave up your shot. Don't you dare come out here tonight. Scag Rollins doesn't look like you did a fair too well against the champ. I'll see you later as the Syndicate takes the belt home.
The Syndicate with a setup on Scag Rollins. He is lacerated very badly.
We did what we wanted to do. We took Rollins out.
That was your champion, Jason Sullivan, the stand-up guy that he is. The Syndicate has struck again, seeking to remove Scag Rollins from the title picture once and for all. He is lacerated very badly. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to do a little bit more investigating on this. Scag Rollins is on his feet. Bedlam is helping him out. Scag Rollins is on his feet, but I don't know the extent of the damage that was sustained. As you could see, beaten, busted open, bloodied. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to go to some messages here. We'll be right back with our television main event right after this. Chaos has ensued. We gotta get things taken care of. We'll be right back.